everybody, how are you doing? Are you full of energy to start the class? I hope so. Okay, the word that we are going to look at today is settle. Settle is a regular verb, so to form the past and participle you already know what we have to do, which is to add ed to the infinitive. The pronunciation, the spelling is S-E-T-T-L-E, and the pronunciation is settle, British English settle, touching the top of our mouth, with our tongue, and in American English, settle, with a D. And the past and the participle, settled, touching our teeth with our tongue, or settled. We don't say settled or settled or something like that. Settle or settle. Very well. Now we are going to look at the different meanings. The first one is to put an end to an argument. In Spanish, solucionar o arreglar. We can say to settle out of court, which means to come to an agreement without going to court. Court is tribunal. The second meaning is to decide or arrange something, and in Spanish, acordar algo. The third one, to make a place your permanent home. In Spanish, asentarse o colonizar. The fourth one is to make yourself comfortable or make someone else comfortable in a new position, or to make yourself or someone else or something become relaxed, or to put something carefully on a position so that it doesn't move. In Spanish, acomodar a alguien, colocar algo, o calmar o ayudar o relajar a una persona. The fifth meaning is to stay for some time on or over something. In Spanish, depositarse. Here we use the preposition on or over, on something or over something. And the last one, to pay money that you owe. In here, if we use the preposition up, we form the phrasal verb to settle up, which means saldar una deuda. And finally, the expression to settle an old score, which means that you hurt or punish someone who has harmed you in the past. In Spanish, in a negative way. In Spanish is saldar una deuda, but in a negative way, no paying the money that you owe. Very well, now we are going, once you already know the different meanings, we are going to translate these sentences using the verb. The first sentence. Ya es hora de que soluciones tus diferencias con tu padre. Is the first meaning, solucionar un desacuerdo o un desacuerdo que hay con una persona. How do you say ya es hora? We say with the pronoun it's about time. When you say it's about time, means ya es hora de lo que sea. Ya es hora de que soluciones tus diferencias con tu padre. I'll wait for you. Okay? It would be, it's about time you settle your differences with your father. It's about time you settle your differences with your father. Here you have the sentence, and you can read here how it's written. Very well. The second sentence, the second example that I want you to translate into English is todo está acordado. Todo está acordado. Volamos en el avión de las 9. It's the second meaning, acordar. Here we can use the pronoun it, or the word everything. Entonces, todo está acordado. Here we use the participle, the same as in Spanish. It is settled. Vale. Entonces, todo está acordado. Volamos. Here, what tense we are going to use? Future. Which future? En el avión de las 9, it's something that is arranged. So it's a plan. So we can use the present continuous as future or the near future. We can use both tenses. So try to translate this sentence. Have a go. Todo está acordado, volamos en el avión de las 9. I'll wait for you. Okay. Everything is settled, or it's all settled. We are flying on the plane, on the 9 o'clock plane. Here we use the preposition on. When we can stand on a vehicle, we use the preposition on with plane, ship, train, metro, because we can stand, estar de pie on that vehicle. But if we can't stand in the vehicle, we use the preposition in a car, in a taxi. Okay, so we use the preposition on. I'll show you how it is writing. Here you have. Very well. The third sentence that we are going to translate into English is ella se instaló en Viena tras la muerte de su padre. The third meaning, asentarse en un sitio o instalarse o colonizar. Okay, I'll wait for you. Here we use la muerte de su padre. We have to use the Saxon genitive because is la muerte de su padre. We don't say the death of her father. You already know how to say it. Okay, I'll wait for you. Very well. Ella se instaló. She settled in Vienna, in a place in Vienna, after her father's death. Saxon genitive, her father's death. La muerte de su padre. She settled in Vienna after her father's death. I'll show you the. Here it is. She settled in Vienna after her father's death. Very well. The fourth one, ella se acomodó en su asiento, is the fourth meaning, and here we can use the preposition back with settle or omit it as you want. Ella se acomodó en su asiento, and asiento uses the preposition in. So, okay, she settled back, or she settled in her seat. Very well. Another one. Él la acomodó a ella en el sofá. Here, en el sofá uses the preposition on, not in. In a seat, on the sofa. So, él la acomodó a ella en el sofá. He settled her on the sofa. Very well. The next one, with this meaning, colocar. Ella colocó una manta alrededor de sus rodillas. Manta is blanket. Ella colocó una manta alrededor de sus rodillas. Okay. She settled a blanket around her knees. Very well. She settled a blanket around her knees. Alrededor, around. She settled a blanket around her knees. Very well. The last one, ella se tomó una pastilla para ayudar a calmar sus nervios. When we say tomarse algo, tomar un café, we use the verb have. Tomar una comida, have a meal. But tomar una pastilla with medicines, we use the preposition, the verb take. So, ella se tomó una pastilla para ayudar a calmar sus nervios. I'll wait for you. Very well. She took a pill to help settle her nerves. With the verb help, we can use, we can add to after the verb help or omit it as you want. So she took a pill to help to settle her nerves, or she took a pill to help settle her nerves. Very well, I'll show you this one. Here you have. Very well. And the last one, she took a pill to help settle her nerves. Very well. The next one, using the fifth meaning, depositarse, something settles on or over something. El polvo se había depositado encima de todo. Polvo is dust, dust. El polvo se había depositado encima de todo. Había depositado, past perfect. Dust had settled on everything or over everything. Dust had settled on everything or over everything. Okay, I'll show you. Here you have. Dust had settled on everything or over everything. Very well. The next one, the sixth one, with the meaning that you pay the money that you owe. Por favor, paguen la factura antes de marcharse del hotel. Por favor, paguen la factura antes de marcharse del hotel. Okay? Please, settle the bill before leaving the hotel. Please, settle the bill before leaving the hotel. Before is a preposition, so the verb that goes after the preposition, we have to put the verb with ing, or we have to add ing to the verb. So I'm going to show you, well, the next one, sorry. Yo pagaré ahora. Ok, saldaré cuentas contigo más tarde. Two friends are in a restaurant and the waiter brings the bill and one of them says, yo pagaré ahora. What sense we are going to use? Are we going to use the future simple because it's something that you decide at the moment. So, yo pagaré ahora, I'll pay now. And the other person says, saldaré cuentas contigo más tarde. I'll settle up with you later. Saldar cuentas, to settle up with. Or we can also say, we'll settle up later. Saldaremos cuentas, both of them, ambos, later. Very well. Here you have the sentences. Very well. And finally, the expression to settle an old account with someone or to settle an old score with someone, which means saldar cuentas in a negative way. So the example that I want you to translate into English is, ¿quién haría una cosa así? When we read haría, when the verb finish in this haría or valdría or jugaría, we have to use would, the auxiliary verb would the condition, which is used in the conditionals. So, ¿quién haría una cosa así? Who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing? Quizá alguien que tenía una vieja deuda que saldar. O quizá alguien que ha saldado una vieja cuenta con ellos. Quizá, okay, I'll wait for you first, sorry. Okay, very well. Maybe someone who tenía una vieja deuda de saldar, maybe someone who had an old score to settle, or quizá alguien que ha saldado una vieja cuenta con ellos, maybe someone who has settled an old score with them. We can express the same idea in both ways. So here you have the, can you read it? I hope so. Okay, so the explanation is over, the video is over. This verb is very useful. I hope you have found the class interesting and you start to use this verb from now on. Thank you. I hope to see you next week and thank you very much for watching the video. Bye, take care and kisses.